What's up guys, Tommy Bennett here, and today I'm going to teach you guys to have the most fun with moguls. Does that even make sense? Is it even possible? Is it even possible? So you guys know how sometimes you're going down a run and all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of moguls and it may ruin your day? So I want to come in and give you guys a couple different tactics and ideas on how to make it the sickest run possible. So we're first going to start with the fundamentals of riding moguls. What I want you guys to do is think about taking your belly button and sinking down a little bit more. Essentially, that's going to give you more range of motion through your knees. Your knees are acting like shocks so that your knees can absorb the terrain, and then you're going to be able to handle the bumps a lot better. So think about getting low. It's going to help a lot. And that's the first thing we're going to talk about. So after you get low and you're able to stay more in contact with the snow, that's gonna be a huge benefit, because next what we're gonna do is we're gonna go across the fall line. We're gonna try to find some bumps, but we're gonna try to jump over them. Now, as my body is low, that's gonna really help me stay in control as I roll out of a gap or like doing a trick. So the more that I can stay in contact with the snow after I land, I'm gonna be able to put on the brakes a lot better. The last thing I wanna do is be like a rock skipping across water. As I do that, there's no way I'm gonna have the control, and we're trying to avoid that. So once we land, make sure that you're staying in contact with snow and you'll feel good. All right, so let's try to find something like across the fall line. Woo! This time we're gonna go down the fall line to make it a little bit more fun. 3, 2, 2. You guys will notice as we're doing the gaps through the moguls, there's a couple things that we gotta pay attention to. The first thing is, as you're going into it, like I said earlier, you wanna be low, but I'm trying to keep my eyes and my chest up, and I'm looking and spotting exactly where I'm going. Now, I have to find a combination or a balance of how much speed I have and how much pop I need to be able to make the gap. As I go into it, I'm processing the distance that I need to make. So with however much speed I have, I want to determine how much I jump. The little secret that I like to use to make sure I'm getting the distance is I'm trying to pop off the jump as hard as I can, but I'm letting my tail leave as late on the bump as possible to maximize that distance. That also applies when I'm trying to do spins in here too. So let's keep going. We're gonna try some other fun stuff. So let's go scope it. All right, so we took that same concept of being able to gap and jump some moguls, and we added a little bit more kind of flair to it. If you're gonna add a front 3 or a back 3, make sure you know the mogul, make sure you have the pop right, but more importantly, make sure you know how to front 3 and back 3 off on a hill, off on the side, like not in the moguls. The other key to being able to do front and back 3s in the moguls is make sure as you throw it, you're trying to spot the landing as soon as possible. When you have more information to process, it gives your body the time and the ability to handle what's after it, especially in moguls. This stuff's gnarly, right? So if I'm able to spot the landing while I'm in the air and then determine what I need to do, that gives me more control. So make sure you're practicing that thought outside of the mogul run, outside of the park, and then bring it in here because it's wild. I'm here. Alright guys, so when you guys are riding moguls, think about you can take it as fast or as slow as you want and try to find stuff within your ability. I don't want you guys to be launching stuff and then not being able to handle the landing. So work on those skills that we talked throughout the video and make sure that you guys can build up to these gnarly gaps. I don't want to just send it and then get broke off, because then we're not snowboarding and that's not fun. So let's keep going. right, guys, so the GoPro died. It was a little bit of a rip, but I hope you guys like that video. I do have some Killing It stickers and some Killing It hoodies that I just made last night, so make sure you check those out in the link in the description below. Also, let me know down below if you have any other tactics to make snowboarding in moguls way more awesome. So, you guys are amazing.